Major Broncos move coming. A report reveals a huge update about a potential player coming back and has been on IR for a little while now for the Broncos. But after 4 weeks, he has a huge chance of making a return against the Eagles this weekend. And the Broncos are really, really in need of any help they can get. I'm Sebastian with Broncos Digest. Welcome back, everybody. We're coming off an exciting, very lackadaisical, no stress win from the Bengals. They're looking rough. We're looking up, and it's just an exciting time to really be okay. Listen, we got this easy win. Time to test what we're made of against a team, the defending champs, no, nonetheless. But remember, subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, so you can get all content regarding Broncos, all live streams we end up doing, and we're working our way to 1,000 subscribers right now. So let's just keep building on this momentum that we have right now. But let's just jump right into it because there's a lot of really exciting things to talk about. But the first thing being that the report is Malcolm Roach is eligible to return off of IR at any point moving forward after missing the first 4 games of the season. So Malcolm Roach now is a potential huge addition for the Broncos. I mean, he was here last year with us. He's been with us during the Sean Payton era, and he's been a massive, massive piece to the D-line that, DJ Jones and him together, it really can't be said enough. They really set the tone, and same thing with Zach Allen. But overall, it feels like when we have a good rotation of defensive linemen, like Roach is able to provide for us, this defense is even more unstoppable than it was. Because listen, the Eagles are not the Bengals. They were completely lost against what the Broncos were doing, and they had an elite duo of receivers and a pretty good running back as well. But it didn't even matter. The Broncos didn't even let them pass the midfield after their first drive. So listen, the Eagles, they're going to be a bit tougher. They have a great duo once again in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. They have an incredible running back, arguably the best in Saquon Barkley, an amazing O-line. This defense will be tested, and the best way to make sure that their offense is stifled is to get to Jalen Hurts early. He is elusive in moments. He is relatively fast. So it's a matter of closing in the pocket on him, and Malcolm Roach will absolutely set the stage for a great interior pass rush, just as he's done in the past. He did a really good job of it last year. So and the Broncos really value him in the same way. And then DJ Jones had to say, I can't wait for Roach to come back. I do believe it will be a difference when he comes back. So, listen, very simple. He's just propping up his guy, but he's saying it will be a difference. It's not just going to be like, we'll take any guy we can. No, he's going to make a difference. And when it comes to the defensive line play, there's none better than the Broncos right now, whether it's our pass rushers, our defensive tackles, just the entirety of, our pass defenders back in the backfield, the secondary. It feels like just all over the place. We can't get enough. We can't, really, we're never at a loss. We're constant. The only time we were really playing catch up was the Colts game, where it felt like every time we scored, they would score, and it was just a back and forth game. Chargers game, we let up late. We had them for a good portion of that game. So listen, yeah, we're 2-2, and that has to do with mostly offensive, shortcomings, but the defense really, in the end, has held its end of the bargain. It's just a matter of finishing games. If this is going to be a close game with the Eagles, people are going to take Philadelphia because they know how to close games. I think they're like 18, 19-0 or something with Jalen Hurts at his past 19 starts. So, and that's including the playoffs, obviously. But that's ridiculous. This team is the standard for winning games and finishing games. And if the Broncos are going to be able to, test their grit, test their just overall fortitude, it's going to be against these guys who have incredible line play, both on the defensive and offensive side. And listen, the Broncos are trying to work their way up to really test how much this means, how much they can really play against the top-notch guys. And I think that the Broncos are very capable of doing so. Overall, Zach Stevens had to report that there's an incredible stat from Next Gen Stats that Nick Bonito's 31.4% pressure rate is the highest by any player 4 weeks into a season since Next Gen Stats started tracking pressures in 2018. So it's been a minimum of 50 pass rushers is when they record that stuff. A truly elite start by Bonito. I mean, listen, if you have Malcolm Roach come back in to help out, like set the interior so that Bonito has even more room and less one-on-ones to work with, less double teams to work against when he's doing his pass rush. It's game over for Jalen Hurts. He's going to be running for his life. And listen, he's pretty good about that, but I think the pursuit by Bonito is really, really strong. Cooper's been doing really, really well. I think that duo just in general has been utterly astounding so far, and it's just really exciting. If you want, I mean, this defense was propped up in the preseason to be truly special, and if you want to live up to that, you have to do it against good teams. You have to have special performances against good teams, good players, and this is our chance. PS2 versus both A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, Riley Moss, Jahdae Barron, they'll be going and having their matchups and all that. Saquon Barkley, he's going to be really testing this D-line in their pursuit and trying to get him in the backfield, and that's just really... Can we get there with 4? Can we rush with 4 guys? And Malcolm Roach is going to be a huge part of setting that tone just in general. Adam Troutman, just regarding the matchup with the Eagles and how much it means to them. He says, when you play the better teams, you want to win because you want to prove yourself right in everything we talked about in the offseason. The goal of being a Super Bowl contender, all this stuff, when you play these teams as a measuring stick type of game and you want to show that you belong. It's not necessarily to show the country, the fans, even the other teams. It's to show yourself and to prove to yourself that everything you've done in the offseason, everything that you've done in the preseason with training camp, preseason games, and these first however many weeks, you're doing it the correct way. And so that's kind of a huge question that a lot of Broncos fans, and it looks like obviously the team themselves, they're wondering themselves. They're discovering themselves. They're figuring out their identity. They are strong defensively, no doubt. Offensively, we're able to beat up on bad teams. And that's the same case as it was last year. But against winning teams, a team that's undefeated, and they've played some really good teams this year already. Can we be the team that upsets them? Can we be the team that shows, listen, not only do we belong, we're right neck and neck with you guys. So we're going to need everyone on their A game. We're going to Philadelphia, so it's going to be a hostile environment. But I think this move listen, it's not confirmed yet, but Malcolm Roach coming off of IR, the players are already talking about it. Sounds like there's a very good chance of that happening, and he would be a massive addition, especially when you regards the tush push. Sean Payton was talking about, listen, I was in favor. I voted for the tush push to stay just because, he believes in the whole idea of if you can't stop it, like that's something on you, and if anyone could do it, we'd all be doing it, and we're not. It's really like just the Eagles and the Bills sometimes. So that's kind of like an indictment on the league rather than the Eagles themselves. And we want to be one of the teams that can stop them, that can force them back. I don't like complaining about the tush push because for those same reasons. I think Malcolm Roach would be a piece right there to help stop the tush push or the brotherly shove or whatever you want to call it. He would be right there in the trenches, ready to go. And I believe that he will be ready for this game. And I just can't wait to see them, the entire defensive line, and just what they're able to do against this Eagles offense, who has been struggling at times. They'll have good halves, but they won't have complete games just yet. And maybe the Broncos can just force them into a complete disaster of a total game. We will see. But the question is for you guys, do you, are you encouraged by this Malcolm Roach news? Do you think that he'll make much of a difference in the game? And where's your confidence level regarding like a 1 to 10 on how the defensive line is going to be able to do against the Eagles' offensive line? Do you think that they're going to have a good game? Do you think that they'll struggle? Do you think that they'll be, one of the harder defenses that the Eagles will be able to go against, just matchup-wise, just with their corners and their players? Do you think Saquon's going to go off? Do you think we'll be able to stifle Saquon? Just all these things. Like, let me know, just defensive versus offense, Broncos defense versus Eagles offense. How do you think that matchup's going to go? Let us know in the comments below. And stay tuned, subscribe, all that good stuff. Notifications on, so we keep updating you on all things Broncos. And we'll see you in the next video.